Hey, I want to talk about something. So, it's Connor here. A little music tip I learned is that, you don't have to squash and then re um, send more signal and then squash and then send more signal and then squash and send more signal on your um, instruments to get them to sound loud. I mean, the point of a compressor is not to just um, you know, squash the signal and then make it louder again. A lot of these AI assistant mastering strips are going to take your signal and squash it and add some saturation on it to make it more harmonic, and you can do all that yourself. So, my little tip, real quick, is just to say that, you know, um, for your mastering channel, um, you can add some saturation. I usually put a global reverb, um, find a frequency where it really hits with the mids, and then a stereo imager, um, and then uh, a mid side EQ. Um, Try to EQ out some of those stereo sub frequencies. Some people will say that you can have sub on your stereo, but I mean, what is the point of music if it's just all this, like squashing and um, making this way to music is about what it says, not just what it sounds like. So just a little tip. How many times do you actually have to distort and squash something before it just becomes something completely different? Um, you don't have to. And mastering, um, you're gonna it's gonna sound better if you just use a little bit of everything at the end: the EQ, the reverb, the saturator. Um, you don't have to re-squash it and then make it loud and then re-squash it. Um, you know. So just keep it simple. Use a multi-band, an EQ, a stereo imager, and a reverb, and then it's gonna peak. It's gonna peak, a little bit, maybe 4 dB, but it'll sound good. So there you go. Thanks.